This is GCSE Physics. This is Electricity and it's lesson 13, and this one's wiring a plug. So the objectives are to recall how to wire a plug, identify when the plug is dangerous, and to explain why we use certain materials to construct plugs. So electrical cable. Electrical cable consists of a live wire with brown insulation, a neutral wire with blue insulation, and except some devices with plastic cases, which we'll come on to later, an earth wire. An earth wire has yellow and green striped insulation. And these are all surrounded by an outer layer made of rubber or flexible plastic. Remember to pause at any point if you wish to make any notes. So next we'll look at how the earth wire works. So the earth wire is a safety feature. The earth wire is connected to the metal casing of a device, as you can see in this image. The other end of this wire is connected to a metal rod or pipe that goes into the ground below a building. So essentially, if there's an issue with a device that's got a metal casing and the casing becomes electrified, if there wasn't an earth wire, then there's a risk that a person could come and touch that casing and get electrocuted. The person would essentially earth the device themselves and the current would flow through the person into the ground, which is obviously exceptionally dangerous and can kill. So instead, obviously, we use the earth wire, and the earth wire does that for us. Appliances that have plastic cases, for example hair dryers, do not need an earth wire connection, which makes sense because there's no point in connecting an earth wire to a plastic container or outer casing, as they can't become electrified in the first place. And on a plug, such as this one, a socket, sorry, the top is the earth wire, or is the earth terminal. Three-pin plug. So as you can see, we have a cable grip. Live brown wire goes to the right hand side. The fuse is there as well. We'll look at the fuse in the next lesson. Neutral wire, the blue one, goes to the left. And the earth wire goes to the top. So what I'm going to do here is share a little tip to help you remember where they go. So what we need to remember is the colour of the wires, so the blue and the brown. So if I write blue, and then all I need to do is look at the second letter. So the blue wire goes to the left. And then the second letter again. Neutral. Then we can do the same for the brown wire. So we just need to write the word brown. Look at the second letter. So that goes to the right hand side. And the second letter again. Live wire. A lot of students find that useful. If you find it useful, feel free to use it. Okay, let's move on to the different types of materials that we use in a plug and the reasons why we use them. Materials used in plug sockets and wires, so we need to know this for the examination. So we use brass. Brass is a hard, rigid metal and a good electrical conductor. And that's used for the plug pins and socket terminals. These are the pins. Copper is a flexible electrical conductor, and that's used for the wires. Plastic, that's a hard, rigid electrical insulator, and it's used to make the plug and the socket. The plug being, the entire thing around the outside, made of plastic. Rubber is a soft, flexible electrical insulator, and it's used for the wire insulation. So remember to pause and take some notes if you need to. Let's move on. So I just want you to label this diagram. So if you want to pause, just label 1 to 5. Let's see if we can get this. I'm going to go for the answers now. So the first one, that's the earth wire. So we've got the technique for the live and the neutral. Earth is straight up. You could remember as things grow out of the earth, you know, they grow vertically. Might help, might not. It's up to you. Second one, number 2, neutral wire, the blue one. Third one, cable grip. Number 4, fuse. And number 5 to the right hand side is the live wire. Okay, let's continue. So if you want to just make some notes, if you want, what do you think is wrong with this plug's wiring? So if you want to pause. It's not the best image in the world, I do know, but it's created many years ago in Paint, I believe. So the top one, earth wire is not connected. Wire untidily connected. Some bare strands of wire showing, not ideal. The live and neutral wires are swapped over. And the cable grip's not gripping the outer plastic insulator. This appliance connected with this plug would probably still work. They're very dangerous to use, so I would advise against it. And for any of you studious lot who've noticed the spelling of the word swapped, you can check that. Primarily it would be an A instead of an O. Right then, moving on from linguistics, let's do a consolidation exercise, closed exercise. So again, you can, if you wish, write this out, fill in the keywords. If you want to have a go without the help words, please pause now. If you want the help words, I'll put them on now. And if you don't want to write the entire thing out, you just want to write 1 to 8, put the words in the correct order, it's still a good consolidation. So most electrical cables contain 3 separately insulated wires. Tool core cables are only used with appliances that have plastic casings. So we're going to look at those next lesson. The live wire has brown insulation, the neutral has blue, and the earth has a striped yellow and green. In a 3-pin plug, the live is connected on the right next to the fuse, the neutral is on the left, and the earth is connected at the top. So hopefully you found that useful, and I'll see you at the next video. Thank you.